In recent years, Uber has expanded into food and item deliveries, as well as ride-sharing with Uber Pool and Uber Commute. A class action lawsuit over the classification of drivers as contractors instead of employees is ongoing. The company is also facing stiff competition and opposition from some of its drivers who have objected to a recent price drop in major cities.
Now, the ride-sharing service may have to steer itself out of more controversy on Wednesday.
Being in your car is like riding inside a bottle of Old Spice.
Uber has disrupted pretty much everything about the taxi industry in New York. The drivers say that their wages have gone down. Uber says that it's providing service to outside of Manhattan, where traditionally taxis wouldn't really go. And Uber has also managed to topple a formidable, almost centuries-old institution.
A $50 billion valuation, a legion of enemies, how CEO Travis Kalanick plans to keep the magic going. Admit it, you love Uber.
We didn't realize it, but it's actually really hard to get around.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people either get used to waiting for a bus, used to driving a car usually, or used to just not being able to go somewhere when they want to. It could even be like, hey, you want to go to a restaurant, but you don't know how you're going to get back because maybe you have a glass of wine or two. This is about safe, reliable transportation. No matter where you are in the world, it's 5 minutes away. Look, I've been an entrepreneur since I got out of high school, and have seen all the different sort of trials and tribulations of an entrepreneur. But I guess my approach is, on the failure side of it, is that it's just like, yeah, you're going to get knocked down, but you just find a way to keep getting back up, and it doesn't feel like failure. And that's why when you said failure, I was like, maybe not. But yes, I'd say definitely things that people would look at as, hey, failures of some kind or another. But if you just keep getting back up and you keep putting your all into it, I found that you eventually find success. For me, it's about problem solving and loving to solve problems. And so if you are passionate about solving problems, sometimes I just like to describe this as like, imagine a really great math professor with no problems to solve, right? A great math professor is somebody who wants the hardest problems, who wants to solve them and loves solving them.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and so that's kind of how I feel about my work. And so it's not about a man in a hurry. It's more about really interesting problems in the world, and how do you lean into them and solve things that people maybe thought weren't even possible to solve, and that's fun. I like problems. I like problems that have
Consequences.
Well, certainly that, but I think I like problems where you can fight for something that matters.
Well, welcome. How'd you get here tonight?
Pushed a button, got a ride.